What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day. Remember, before we get to those pitches, hit subscribe, join Ninja Nation, be part of the best pitching community on YouTube. And without further ado, here are my filthiest pitches of the day. I'm going to start with Mikolas, who had 5 strikeouts in 7 1/3 innings, giving up only 1 run, thanks to his fastball and these pretty curveballs. Mikolas outdueled Aaron Nola, who had 7 Ks in 7 innings, but I love watching the way Aaron Nola uses his fastball and curveball. Check out this overlay. This is a big part of why Nola is 4th in the major leagues in strikeouts. Trevor Rogers had 7 strikeouts in 5 1/3 innings, thanks to these wipeout sliders. Sean Manaea had these elevated 2-seamers, getting him 5 strikeouts in 6 1/3 innings, allowing only 2 runs. Normally, when you think of 2-seamers, you think of sinkers, but because of Manaea's arm angle, he's able to throw 2-seamers up in the zone. And you can see them getting above the hitter's swing path. Mitch Keller had 5 strikeouts in 7 innings, giving up only 1 run, and I love these 2 overlays. It shows why he's so effective. Here's a sinker and slider overlay. That slider had over 20 inches of break, and then this sinker fastball overlay. These are basically 2 variations of fastballs, and look how far apart they end up. So as a hitter, even if you're sitting fastball, you may get the velo right, but you're still kind of screwed. Brad Keller, no relation, had 8 strikeouts in 7 one-run innings, thanks to his fastballs and sliders. And here's an overlay of a 95-mile-an-hour fastball and an 86-mile-an-hour slider. You can see how those pitches tunnel and why it's so tough on hitters. Max Fried had 5 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 2 runs, and he really didn't have his best stuff. But he battled, getting Ks on fastballs and changeups. And honestly, what a pitcher does when he doesn't have his best stuff tells you a lot about that pitcher. He definitely gave the Braves a chance. Here, he hits Jankowski with a curveball that kind of got away from him and said he leaned into it. What do y'all think? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Fried was outdueled by another Max. Max Scherzer, who was my filthiest pitcher of the night. Max Scherzer had 9 strikeouts in 7 innings, giving up only 1 run, lowering his ERA to 2.15. His fastball touched 97. He had absolutely wicked cutters and sliders. And pitched with his trademark fire that he shows in big games. Oh, who am I kidding? He shows that in every game. He kept killing the Braves with his combo of changeups, fastballs, and cutters, creating triangles of death. Here's an example in back-to-back strikeouts of Olsen and Riley. You can see he goes fastball, changeup, cutter, and creates that triangle, making a hitter have to not only cover changes of speeds, but huge changes in location. Just brilliant pitching. Occasionally, like in this overlay with Ozuna, he can also create a tighter grouping with these pitches, with much more subtle changes in location, but similar velo difference. Watching Max pitch can be like watching a mad scientist work. He's crazy, but he's brilliant. Now on to my filthiest relievers. Jason Adam had this filth K-ing the side. Zach Pop, no relation to Snap and Crackle, had these vicious sinkers. Nabil Krismat had this filthy changeup. Emmanuel Clase had this White Castle special with 2 swords, picking up his 19th save. His ERA on the year, 1.49, and whip, 0.798. My filthiest reliever of the night, cue the trumpets, was Edwin Diaz. If you feel like I feature Edwin Diaz every day, well, it feels that way to me too. The dude is striking out 18 batters per 9. He's been totally dominant this year. I mean, look at these sliders. He's got over a 52% whiff rate on his slider. And here's an overlay of his fastball and slider that shows you why this is impossible to hit. You can see why Diaz is one of the most dominant closers in baseball. And now, my pitching ninja moment of zen. It's almost like the Three Stooges doing PFPs. What is up, Ninja Nation? My picks of the day today are for Chris Sale to have 7 strikeouts or more. I think he's going to be pitching with a lot of emotion, as he does. And 7 Ks, they're doable against the Rays. I like Mike Clevenger for 7 strikeouts or more against the Rockies. And I like Spencer Strider for 9 strikeouts or more against the Mets. Here's the current line for each of those picks. What would your picks of the day be?